Welcome everyone to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through a critical lesson in real estate due diligence. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or maybe you're just looking to understand property rights a bit better, knowing how to verify a clean title online, well, that's an absolute superpower. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to check property liens in Sumner County online, step by step. But first, did you know that a hidden lien on a property could drastically affect its value and your purchasing decision? Seriously, missing this critical check before you buy could cost you thousands of dollars, or worst case scenario, the property itself. It's basically the ultimate real estate trapdoor. Stay tuned to learn how to safeguard your investment by doing your digital due diligence the absolute right way. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our 6-step roadmap. We're going to start with the hidden lien danger, uncover the Sumner County trap, and walk through primary land record searches. Then, we'll navigate tax and courts, look at personal property and liens, and finally, wrap it all up with a digital due diligence strategy. Section 1. The hidden lien danger. Safeguarding your investment from costly encumbrances. Before we start digging into databases, we really need to understand what we're looking for. A property lien is basically a legal sticky note attached to your property, telling the world that a creditor claims you owe them money. Now, there are two main types here. Voluntary liens are exactly what they sound like. Encumbrances the owner chooses to take on, like a standard mortgage. But the real dangers? Those are involuntary liens. These are forced onto the property without the owner's consent. Think unpaid municipal taxes, federal tax judgments, or a mechanic's lien from an unpaid contractor. These involuntary liens are the hidden landmines that catch buyers off guard, mostly because they often sit completely unnoticed until you try to buy or sell the property. And here is exactly why this matters so much. Certain statutory liens, like real property tax assessments, are considered first priority liens. That means they jump to the very front of the line. They take precedence over everything else, even your mortgage. So if you purchase a property with an existing first priority lien and the previous owner defaults, no joke, the county can literally foreclose on your new property to satisfy that old debt. The financial stakes here are incredibly high, which is why checking for these is non-negotiable. Section 2. The Sumner County Trap, a tale of two states. And this brilliantly illustrates a fascinating geographic pivot that makes this specific search uniquely challenging for title examiners across the country. You see, when someone says they need to pull property records for Sumner County, your immediate first question has to be, wait, which one? We've got Sumner County, Tennessee, with its administrative seat in Gallatin, using a digital portal called the U.S. Title Search Network. And then we have Sumner County, Kansas, seated over in Wellington, using completely different platforms called Tapestry and Laredo. They share the exact same name, sure, but they operate under entirely different legal and digital frameworks. Searching the wrong state's database? Yeah, that can lead to catastrophic financial mistakes. I mean, a perfectly clean search in Kansas won't help you at all if the property you're buying is actually located in Tennessee. So before you even open a web browser, you've got to get your target information ready. You need the exact property address, the current owner's name, and ideally the county parcel number, all while being 100% sure of the state. Precision is absolutely key here. Section 3. Primary Land Record Searches, where the deeds are documented. Here's a foolproof 3-step methodology you should pretty much always follow. Step 1. Verify the target state via the property's zip code. Step 2. Retrieve the exact parcel ID. Seriously, do not just rely on the street address. You can find this on the county's GIS mapping or appraiser portal. Searching by a unique parcel ID instead of a street address prevents all those frustrating formatting errors, like typing the word street instead of just st. Finally, step 3, take that parcel ID and execute your search in the Register of Deeds index. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is how each state handles the digital hosting of these primary deeds and mortgages. In Tennessee, the Register of Deeds uses the U.S. Title Search Network, which gives you digitized high-resolution images of recorded documents certified all the way back to September 1989. Pretty handy. Over in Kansas, the standard platforms are Tapestry, which is a web-based portal perfect for occasional searches at $8.95 a pop, and Laredo, which is a subscription-based desktop software built for high-volume title professionals. Section 4. Navigating Tax and Courts, looking beyond the deeds. Okay, this is where most novices make their biggest mistake. Checking the primary Register of Deeds is simply not enough. Notice how current and delinquent taxes are handled by completely different agencies depending on the state. To know if a tax lien is outstanding or resolved, you actually have to know where to look. For current taxes in Tennessee, you use the TN Trustee portal. In Kansas, it's the KS property tax portal. But if a tax bill goes unpaid and becomes delinquent, it actually moves. In Kansas, it stays with the county treasurer. But in Tennessee, it transfers entirely over to the Chancery Court. And speaking of Tennessee, they have some very strict rules regarding delinquent taxes. The TN trustee only holds delinquent taxes for 2 years. After that, they file a lawsuit in the Chancery Court. Suddenly, what was a simple tax bill gets inflated with court costs, statutory interest, penalties, and attorney fees. Even worse, if the property goes to a tax sale, Tennessee law actually grants the original owner a 1-year redemption period. That means a tax sale deed isn't even fully official until that entire 1-year window closes. Oh, and one more thing. The city of Gallatin collects its own separate delinquent taxes, so you have to remember to check there too. Section 5. Personal Property and Liens. Securing mobile homes and commercial fixtures. Let's shift our focus to personal property, which is absolutely critical if you're looking at commercial investments, agricultural land, or properties with manufactured housing. Here is a pretty wild fact about Tennessee tax law that you definitely need to remember. You are responsible for personal property taxes on business equipment if that business was open for even a single day on January 1st of that tax year. Just one day triggers the entire tax liability. This perfectly highlights how easily an involuntary lien can trigger and attach to business assets if you aren't paying close attention. Let's move to and see how this builds, particularly when dealing with mobile homes or vehicles attached to the land in Kansas. You can't just check the deed for these. You actually have to check the Kansas e-lien system. Step 1, go to ksrevenue.gov. Step 2, select Inquiry on a security interest. And Step 3, enter the vehicle identification number, or VIN. This system will instantly return the current owner and any outstanding third-party security interests on that property. Section 6, Digital Due Diligence Strategy, the Multi-Agency Verification Protocol. So the crucial point is this. Now that we know how to navigate these portals, it's time to talk strategy. First, never rely on just one database. A clean search in the Register of Deeds does not mean a clear title if there's an active foreclosure lawsuit hiding over in the Chancery Court. Always use a multi-agency approach. Cross-reference land deeds with active municipal tax accounts. If you do find a lien, your immediate actionable steps are to negotiate directly with the lien holder for a release before closing, or simply consult a real estate attorney. To prevent future issues, secure a robust title insurance policy. Register for automated property fraud alerts if your county offers them, and don't hesitate to consult local title underwriters like Security First Title to untangle complex property histories. Look, digital searches are amazing, but sometimes you just hit a dead end. Or maybe a digitized document is completely illegible. When that happens, just pick up the phone. Keep this list of vital contacts for both Tennessee and Kansas handy. The clerks and appraisers at these offices are incredibly helpful for answering specific questions about navigating their local records. Sometimes a 2-minute phone call saves hours of frustration. Which brings us to our final thought. Are you fully protecting your real estate investments with a multi-agency digital search? We've covered exactly why liens matter, the specific tools to find them in both versions of Sumner County, and how to interpret your findings to safeguard your money. I'd love to hear your thoughts or your own experiences with property research, so definitely drop a comment down below and join the discussion. Finally, a quick disclaimer. This explainer is strictly for informational and educational purposes and does not constitute legal advice. Always consult with a qualified real estate professional or attorney for specific situations related to property titles and liens. Thank you so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.